Welcome to the Be Smart Podcast. I'm Jared Dillian, and I'm here with David Mannon, who is a jacknuts.
Hey, it takes one to know one, pal.
I am a jacknuts. You know where that came from?
No.
There was when I was at Lehman, one of the program trading guys is this guy named Mike Lee, and he used to say jacknuts all the time.
Oh.
But it's one of those things that, like, I could say it on TV because it's not.
Yeah.
It's not a swear word.
Yeah, that's a very family friendly.
Yeah, you could say jacknuts.
Yeah, jack nuts, jack and nuts. My 4-year-old says nards.
No.
He's like, oh, my nards.
Oh man. So you are the master of conspiracy theories because you are a walking comment section.
Oh, you think so?
Yeah, you're a walking comment section. So what did you think of the Oscars last night?
I don't know. I didn't watch it.
Yeah, but I'm sure you heard about what happened.
Yeah, I got a text from my niece, and she said, "Hey, did anybody see this?" So I looked it up. I didn't watch it though. I didn't want to see the guy get hit. I just was like, "Yeah, all right. That sounds awful. It's like cringe. It's like sounds awkward. It seemed awkward.
Well,
I didn't want to watch it.
I mean, it was staged.
You think so?
Yeah, I think it was staged. Let me put it this way: Will Smith is 6'2". Played Muhammad Ali in a movie, works out all the time, pretty big guy. If he slapped me in the face, I would hit the ground, and I would not get up.
Huh.
Like Chris Rock, he just kind of did one of these, just like joop, and he was fine. Like these guys are actors.
I'd have to watch. I guess I should have watched it. I don't know. I don't know. Maybe.
I mean, it was very good acting, and Will
Right.
Smith seemed pissed off. He gets back down in his seat, and he's dropping F-bombs and yelling at him.
Yeah.
But I think it was staged.
Huh. But why would that be staged? I don't
Because
understand.
if you've seen a chart of Oscar viewership over the last 20 years,
Yeah.
it has gone from 40 million viewers to 9 million viewers. It was dying. Nobody was watching.
Yeah. There shouldn't even be that many viewers. I think that show's terrible.
I kind of like watching it.
Oh, yeah, but you have a tradition with your wife, right? Don't you watch it every year?
No.
Isn't there some award show that you guys watch?
No.
Together?
We watch the beauty pageants.
Oh, okay. No, I don't. Like if there's a movie that I saw and I really liked it and I kind of want to see, I've watched it to see if it's gonna win something, but not the whole thing. Like I'll just wait and see or flip channels. But
I guess Dune won most of the awards.
Dune, yeah, isn't that a remake of Dune? Wasn't there an old movie?
Yeah, the
Dune?
original one was made in 1984.
Is it good? The original?
Well, first of all, I gave you a DVD, Rounders.
I know.
Have you watched it yet?
I don't know how to watch it. It's a DVD.
You don't have a Blu-ray player or anything?
No.
So why did you take it?
I don't know.
Jack nuts.
I thought, well, maybe I got I could put it on my computer or something. I watched it on my computer.
You could put it on your computer
Yeah.
if your computer has a DVD drive.
Yeah, I don't know if it does.
Well, then you got to watch it. We'll bring it back next time you come.
You want to talk about that movie? Well, I didn't know that you want to talk about it, and then I got homework to do. I'll watch it. So, hey, I gotta be careful what I do in my free time. Now that baseball's coming up, so if I got any free time, I'm gonna watch a Cubs game or something.
Yeah, I'm already watching spring training games.
Oh yeah.
Yankees are terrible.
Yeah, but you, based on spring training, or you think their rosters they don't have enough?
Well, they don't have enough pitching, and they never have enough pitching. But they got Luis Severino. You remember Severino? That guy was money. He was really, really good, and he had 2 Tommy John surgeries. So he's coming off Tommy John surgery number 2, and he hasn't pitched in 2 years. And in spring training, he's getting lit up like a Christmas tree.
No, that's not good.
Yeah.
No, he may be called up maybe in the middle of the season. He needs to work on some things.
Yeah. So if you think about the Yankees, they won in 96, 97. No, they won in 96, 98, 99, 2000. Then they won in 2009, and they haven't won since then. So they've won once in the last 22 years.
It's hard to believe it's been that long. It doesn't
Yeah.
seem like it. Yeah. Because it seemed like they were always winning. They were always in it. Or something.
Well, they're always in the playoffs.
Yeah.
I mean, just if you have a payroll of $200 million, you can win 90 games.
Yeah.
Like, and so they make the ALDS and get bounced out of the ALDS every year.
Right. Basically, it's like all sports now. It's just there's such a slim margin of error in these things.
Did you see the Yankees picked up Josh Donaldson?
Oh yeah, he's a hothead. He'll fit right in.
Yeah, and he's 36.
Yeah, okay. What's he get? DH?
No, he's a third baseman.
Oh. That's an interesting pickup. Don't they have Rizzo? Did Rizzo sign with them?
Rizzo is the starting first baseman. They're going to have him leading off.
Hey, what do you think about the shift? Like, aren't they going to ban it? I know you've always hated the shift. Like, you think they should ban it, or you didn't like it.
I at first I was okay with the shift, but now I think they should ban it. I
Really?
do. Yeah. Because you're not even just getting like lefty righty shifts. You're getting like 4 outfielders and like 5 guys on one side of the field. Like, they just keep getting more and more scientific about it, and it's just getting stupid,
Yeah. I mean, there are rules and all this. I mean, there's rules you got to follow. There's rules. So, I was just mad that I just wish that if you're a major league hitter, you should be able to exploit that. Like, you should be able to hit to the other side. You're too one dimensional if they got to make a rule, and they're trying to. They didn't like it because it was batting averages were going down. They're trying to score more runs. They want it more exciting.
I think the league batting average was like 237 or something like that.
Yeah. So,
I mean, like the batting title winner bats like 315.
Yeah, it's hard to believe. It used to be
high 300s.
I remember watching
George Brett.
The Cardinals roster, like 7 of their 9 guys on the roster would be batting 300.
Yeah.
I mean, with 3 home runs. They just
Willie McGee, Vince Coleman,
Right.
Ozzie Smith.
Yeah, batting 300 just wasn't that big of a deal, But
So guess what I did over the weekend?
I heard you played poker.
Yeah, I also took my cats to the vet.
Oh yeah, 7 cats,
6 cats.
6 cats to the vet. Where's your vet? Where do you go?
So we used to go to Cat's Meow. You know where that is.
Okay, yeah.
And we started to not get a warm, fuzzy feeling about them. So we decided to switch vets. So we actually go to Mount Pleasant.
Oh,
And there's a vet's office there called Cats Only. And the doctor there is a guy named Ben Fuller, who's just a sweetheart of a guy. He's a really, really nice guy. And Cat's Meow is a shit show. The place is a dump. There's like cats everywhere. Like, people are yelling. Like, it's just a disaster. I mean, Cats Only is like, it feels like a doctor's office.
yeah.
It's clean, it's sanitary, it's quiet. It's terrific. It's
pleasant.
So, yeah. Anyway, 6 cats in the car.
Was it a success? Everything go okay?
Yeah, I mean, we have a system. Like, basically, Vesper is smart, and she figures out pretty fast we're taking her to the vet. So we have to grab her first and put her in the cat carrier, because if she panics, then they all panic, and then you can't get any of them. So that's our system. But we were there at the vet, and Tars was getting an exam, and Tars is so upset, and he's throwing a temper tantrum. He's having a meltdown like a 2-year-old, squirming all over the place. I mean, just like your kids, right? Just being a complete jerk. And the vet hands him back to Carolyn, and Carolyn, so she takes Tars, and Tars starts to cry like a baby, like a toddler. He's going, and he's like burying his head in her chest. He was crying like a baby, like a big sissy. And the vet looks at this. He's like, I've never seen that before.
It's weird. Well, I don't know. They say pets take after their owners. I don't know.
He's a big sissy. I mean, that cat is just such a special cat. He really is.
You're gonna think I'm a piece of shit if I tell you. We've had Bobby. You know Bobby.
Yeah, how is Bobby?
Bobby's great. He's always great. You know, we've had him for 7 years. You know how many times we've taken him to the vet?
None.
No. We've never taken. We only took him to the vet when we got him to get his nuts cut off, and that was it.
Well, you can do that with cats. I mean, the one you might want to take him in soon.
Yeah.
To get his teeth checked.
Okay.
Because cats usually only need their teeth cleaned like one time in their life.
Okay.
Like around like age 7 or 8, and the vet will check out his teeth and check out if because sometimes he might have rotten teeth.
Yeah.
So
yeah, he's just a healthy, strong cat. He does good. Yeah, he's been a good cat.
Yeah, my cats have all kinds of issues.
Well, having 6, if we had, we have 2 dogs. Our one dog never goes to the vet. Well, we just for checkups and vaccinations. But the other one, Maya, she's got more problems. Like she just has problems.
Maya's got to be pretty old.
Yeah, well, as old as 8 years. 8 years
Yeah.
old. Yep. And then we don't know how old Bailey is. But he's probably. Well, we got him when Austin was born, and he was probably about a year old, so he's probably 5.
Yeah.
Yep.
That dog's a shithead. And they're great, though.
They are good.
Shithead dogs are the best.
Yeah. We got a pet door now. I put a pet door in
To the backyard?
Yeah, so they can go in and out. That was a game changer. I mean, their life has improved immensely.
Yeah.
So they go in and out whenever they want. And so I go out in the backyard yesterday, and there were like 2 stuffed animals in the backyard that they just take them outside. And Maya just eats toys. Like she just tears. So the kids gotta be careful where they leave their toys, because now she can take them outside and you can't see her do it. So luckily I was in the backyard and I saw little Blue's Clues about to get his head ripped off.
Then the kids are crying.
Yeah, where's my dog?
So neither of us drank. But when you drank, what was your favorite drink?
I was just a beer drinker. I didn't like hard liquor.
What kind of beer?
Usually Miller Lite or mostly Miller Lite or Bud Light. I was a light beer drinker because I've always been overweight. And I'm like, well, I don't want to get too fat, so I'll drink light beer. So
Miller Lite is much better than Bud Light.
Yeah, Miller Lite was always my preferred. So I liked Miller Lite. The only problem with Miller Lite is I always got a headache. I always had a headache the next day after drinking Miller Lite, but I don't know why.
So I was more of a cocktails guy.
Okay.
I mean, I would drink beer, but I liked Maker's Mark and ginger ale. Maker's and ginger.
Yeah. Yeah, I would order Jack and Cokes sometimes because I can't drink Jack. Couldn't drink whiskey straight.
Jack and Cokes, I drank Jack and Cokes, but the thing with Jack and Cokes is that's like a winter drink. Like you go to a bar, it's 20 degrees out, you get a Jack and Coke. But in the summer, you can't drink Jack and Coke in the summer. It's a winter drink. You need a summer drink. Makers and ginger.
Yeah. I don't know. I don't know anything about that stuff. I mean, I just never got into naming drinks. I watched Cocktail with Tom Cruise. I thought, well, that looks fun, but I just ordered a beer. I was just embarrassed to ask. Like I don't even know what to order and wouldn't ever know what to say. Like I just felt like an idiot.
You ever drink a White Russian like the Big Lebowski?
Oh yeah, White Russians. Yep. I remember those. Yep. I never ordered them though. I just wasn't. I wasn't into like, oh, what's this drink taste like? I just wanted to get drunk as fast as I could. So I would just drink a pitcher of Miller Lite and let's get going.
Get a piss like a racehorse.
Yeah.
So, what I've never liked is Bloody Marys.
That's funny you mentioned that because now you say that. I loved at the end there. I loved Bloody Marys.
People have Bloody Marys for breakfast, but I don't know if you've ever you ever go to like a fancy bar and they have a Bloody Mary, but it's like food. It has like a cucumber in it and celery and bacon and a shrimp and like all this green shit coming out of it. I'm like, it's a meal. Like, who has these things?
Yeah, that's funny you mentioned that. My last 2 toward the end of my drinking, I went to the Sugar Bowl in New Orleans because Illinois made it. They were in the Sugar Bowl. They got their butt kicked by LSU. And anyways, I had a seat at the very top, as high as you could be. I couldn't even hardly see the players, so I just said, "Screw this." I went out in the lobby and just sat at a table and stood at a table and watched it on TV and just drank like 5 or 6 Bloody Marys, and that's how I watched. That was it. It was an awful time. I mean, it really was like the lowest point of my life, but it really was. I was like, it's
well, there's bad times, but there's also good times. Like I have good memories.
Sure, yeah, there were some good memories.
My best memory of drinking, I was with my wife. We went to Atlantic City in the summer. Mm-hmm. Atlantic City in the summer is pretty cool. Atlantic City has a nice beach, and it's a lot of fun. So we were staying at this place called the Showboat, which was one of the shittier casinos, and it was really cheap. Like even in the summer, it was probably like $59 or something like that. And we were out on the beach for like 2 or 3 hours. We got all sunburned, and we came in the casino, and we started playing penny slots.
All right.
And like we were literally like playing for a penny, and we were down like $1 or $2. But this cocktail waitress kept coming by and kept bringing us drinks. So we were both getting gin and tonics.
Okay.
And we were there for a couple hours, and I must have had like 6 or 7 gin and tonics. And just like the feeling of being like sunburned and fucking around with slot machines and like having a buzz on, and like we were both grinning like idiots. Like it was really just good, clean fun.
Yeah.
Like it was just great.
Oh, that sounds lovely. Yeah. I mean, just thinking while you were talking was just, I had probably the most fun were just some major parties. Like I went to my class reunion, 20-year reunion, 2006. No, 16. Yeah, it must have been 2016. Yeah. And anyways, people still come up and be like, man, that party you threw our senior year that's still like the best night of my life. I mean, it was so fun. And
in your house?
In my house, yeah. We had a big house, where I grew up in.
Where were your parents?
They were gone. I don't know where they were. They might have went on. One time they went on a cruise, and they left me alone. And I think that was the time they were on a cruise, but they didn't know. They had no idea. I didn't tell them.
So did you have a lot of cleaning up to do?
Oh yeah, yeah. The whole next day was cleaning. I had a couple friends come back over the next day and help me clean.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah, it was nice. Yep. But then there were some that just came over and just wanted to hang out.
But your parents never figured it out.
No. They just.
You must have done a good job cleaning.
Yeah. I think I did. Yeah, must have. So I mean, maybe they thought something was up, but they didn't say anything. But man, I don't know how. But we all had, we had hardwood floors in the whole house and vinyl floor in the kitchen, so it was easy to clean. I mean, it wasn't too bad. It was just crazy. I just couldn't. It's just crazy.
Did you have music?
Yeah, just a little stereo. Something you'd buy at Kmart or something.
Mm-hmm.
But nothing special. It's just everyone just got so drunk, and there was a lot of puking, and there was just a lot of
puking in the house, or did they go outside?
Well, in the house, in the bathroom. Just everybody, because everybody came. It seemed like everybody came. Everybody in the class came. Like, I didn't think there would be that many people there, but there was probably like 60 people there, and I was just like, and all these people that came were people that didn't like. I never saw them at parties before, so someone like they just came and they just maybe didn't drink much. And they never got invited to parties or whatever, but they just came and just got super wasted. I don't know. And it was just like, that was it. It's pretty stupid memories. But
are your parents going to listen to this podcast?
Oh, they know now.
They know now.
They don't care. They let my brother have a graduation party. The night of graduation, my brother had a party, and my parents they knew that my brother was going to have a party. So we left. We actually went and stayed at a friend's house, and I remember coming home the next morning, and there were like girls guys with the girls in the bed still like sleeping, and like they were. I lived in the backyard, and there was onions ripped out of the garden with bites out of them. Just I never forget. And we had like an 80-year-old lady living right next door to us, and my dad said that she never spoke to us after that. She never spoke to him after that. It just traumatized her.
Were your parents there for the party?
No. My parents and me went over to one of their friends' house,
okay.
and they played cards and whatever, and we spent the night there. So, I mean, I'm sure they knew what was going to happen. They just didn't want to see it. But that's weird. Now if you did something like that, you get in a lot of trouble. Like if you let your kids drink alcohol in your house, and you knew or something, whatever, but you can get in a lot of trouble. Like the rules on that stuff has changed.
Well, the rules are the same. It's just people.
Yeah.
Now.
People like.
Yeah. Good party. Shit your pants. Break a window. Yeah. Sounds awesome.
Eating onions out of the garden. Crazy. Guys.
You ever seen those Walter the Cat commercials?
Walter the Cat.
It's for the Chevy Silverado.
No.
You haven't seen this?
I probably have, but I don't know. I can't think of it.
It's his guy, and his cat is basically like a dog. Like the cat plays hockey with him. He like rides ATVs. He's like, and like at the last scene, like they pull up on this snowdrift, and there's like this hiker like trapped up to his neck, and the cat like starts to dig him out.
For some reason, this does sound familiar.
Yeah.
Yeah, it sounds familiar. I'll have to look it up. Oh, sounds funny.
Anyway, so I was in Hooters today. We need a laugh track.
You go there?
Yeah, I go to Hooters. So I get the same waitress every time. Her name is Jaden. And she's really good looking. Like on a scale of 1 to 10, she's like a 17. She's just off the charts. And she's really interesting because she's always smiling. And when she talks, she's still smiling. She's like always smiling. Like it's just remarkable. And ordinarily if you saw somebody do that, you'd be like, is this person a psychopath? But it's just like really genuine. She's just a happy camper.
Oh, good. Well, I hope it's not cocaine.
No, I don't think it is. Well,
that's good.
Anyway, I was talking to her today, and she lets it slip that she lives in Florence. I'm like, you drive all the way here from Florence? She's like, yeah. I'm like, how far is that? She says about an hour and a half. She says sometimes it's 2 hours going back. I'm like, well, why do you live in Florence? So then she started like giving me some bullshit story. And I'm like, this doesn't add up. So finally she says she has a boyfriend. And that's why she moved to Florence. Like she met him in Myrtle Beach and she moved out to Florence. So she lives with this guy. Guess what he does for a living?
He's a pilot.
He's a dentist.
Oh, interesting.
She's shacked up with a dentist.
Well, good for her.
So she's 20. So you got to figure he's probably like 35.
Yeah.
Or something like that.
Yeah.
So the whole thing was super interesting because I'm like, first of all, like she's waited on me 100 times if she's waited on me once. We've talked about all different kinds of stuff. And not once did the boyfriend come up. And the only reason it came up is because she said she lived in Florence.
Yeah, that's interesting. Well, I don't know. I've never had a waitress tell me if she had a boyfriend or not. I don't know. I don't want to talk to him. That one time we went out to lunch, that waitress keeps talking and talking. I'm like, just shut up. I don't want to.
No, I like talking to people.
I know, but I don't. Just, I don't know why. I don't want him talking to me.
I talk to everybody.
Yeah. I don't know.
But I guess what I'm coming back to is here, like, I know a lot about her life. She knows a lot about my life. That's a pretty big omission that she lives in Florence with a dentist boyfriend.
Well, you think she's making it up?
No, I don't think she's making it up. But she withheld that information for a reason.
Oh, I see what you're saying. You think she didn't want you to know she had a boyfriend.
Yeah.
Well, maybe she thought that you wouldn't come back, and maybe the fact that she thinks that if her customers thinks that she's available, they might tip her more. They might be nicer. You know what I mean? Like, because So now that you know that she's got a boyfriend, you might be like, oh man, well, now you'd be like, maybe you won't tip her as much, or you might be asking for another waitress. I don't know, but I don't know.
No, that's totally possible.
Yeah,
that's totally possible.
I'm thinking it from her end, why she wouldn't want. It's just, who knows? Not people don't want to talk about their personal life.
She said she wanted to enter the Miss Myrtle Beach pageant.
Okay, good. You think when I didn't know they had a Miss Myrtle Beach, but she lives in Florence, so she can't be in it.
I don't know if they have a Miss Florence pageant. She'd definitely win that.
Jeez.
They have a Miss Laura's Bog Off pageant.
I know they had a pageant, but I've been to the Bog Off.
I've never been to the Bog Off.
Yeah, actually, me and our mutual friend there, Matt. We went to we've been there, Bog Off.
I told my wife she should enter the Bog Off.
Yeah, absolutely.
She makes the best chicken bog.
She does. Yep. No, it's good. The year I went though, it was after one of the hurricanes, and so there wasn't many. There were maybe like 12 entries. So, but I heard it's really big. It's really good.
Well, we have not had chicken bog in a while. It's good stuff. So if you're listening to this and you don't know what chicken bog is, let me fill you in. It's a low country South Carolina dish that is rice and chicken and sausage. And it is delicious if it's made well. I've had bad bog, but my wife does it. She does it really well.
Even if you go to a gas station and order it, it's always good. Like, everyone makes it good around Loris. I work around there a lot, so I get it.
Yeah, the chicken bog, a lot of the chicken bog I get is dry. Mm-hmm. Carolyn makes it with a lot of oil, so it's very moist.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Yeah, that sounds good. You're making me hungry.
Well, they have chicken bog at Walk-Ons.
Yeah, well, then I have to order that. That sounds good.
So speaking of beauty queens, I had a talk show today with Joanne Nosachinski. I don't know if you know who that is.
This might have been who you were talking about last time I was doing this. You said you got invited.
Yes.
What was the name of it?
I had it today. It was called Back Talk with Joanne Nosachinski and Bill Schultz.
That's funny. The same day. That's really because you were like, man, you're not gonna believe someone asked me to be on their talk show. Well, what was it? Was it online or
it's TV?
TV. What channel is it on?
I don't know. I think it's on in New York. So yeah, I was on for like a half an hour.
Wow.
And they said they want me back.
Is there a way to watch it?
So it's part of Compound Media, and they have a website, and they post old episodes. So it'll probably go up in a couple of days, and I can show it to you.
What'd you talk about?
Mostly finance stuff, because that's what I do. So one of the things we talked about was central bank digital currencies. I don't know if you know anything about that.
What, like cryptocurrency?
Yeah, well, the Fed is actually, the U.S. government is considering having its own cryptocurrency.
Oh. Called?
Fed coin,
dollar
coin.
Yeah.
But there's really big implications to that. So what they want to do is they want to get rid of cash. No cash. And everything is electronic. And this is all on the blockchain. So as you know, the blockchain is an open ledger, so you can see all transactions and you can track everything, right? So what that means is no more hookers, no more cocaine, no more massage parlors, no more crime, no more guns.
Yeah. I always wondered about how they're going to do that. Yeah, without cash.
That's what happens. Cash goes away and crime goes away. But the interesting philosophical question is, if you're trying to get people to be good, like, are they really good if they don't have the choice to be bad?
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Yeah, that's good. If it's too inconvenient, yeah. Well, that's why it's not having candy and booze in the house is good, so you don't get tempted to drink it. But yeah, I don't know. That's interesting. I mean, drug dealers just have to start taking American Express, or I'm sure they will.
No, that's just as bad because that's electronic.
Right,
So,
but they'll have to just disguise it as something else, like they're selling CDs or whatever.
My guess is you'll have people doing stuff with gold and silver.
It'll be like Wayfair, where you buy those $10,000 chest of drawers, and there's a little kid inside.
What? What are you talking about?
You haven't heard that?
No.
I'm laughing at the look on your face. Well, I'm sure. Look it up; it's out there. No, that was part of one of the QAnon conspiracies, was that Wayfair was really a way to they were trafficking.
This is why I said you're the king of conspiracy theories.
Yeah,
man. You're the comment section.
I
see. I don't even know this.
Yeah, there's like and they showed like this Wayfair chest of drawers was going for like $10,000. They're like, see, there's no way that's worth $10,000. I don't know. I don't believe it. I'm just saying that's what it was. That was one of them out there.
Moving right along.
Anyways, that's how they're going to sell drugs. So you have to buy it through IKEA. You order your blue.
People are pretty resourceful. They'll figure something out.
Sure, absolutely. Absolutely.
Yeah. So what's going on in real estate these days? So interest rates, what's mortgage rates now? Like high fours?
Man, I have no idea. Honestly, I should know this stuff, but I just don't know much about real estate anymore.
What do you mean?
Well, I got a listing, the same listing I had last time I was here. And it's supposed to close, I think.
The one by the Speedway?
Yeah. Closes tomorrow or the day after.
All right.
So,
go pick up your $3,000 check.
Yeah, that's it. Big cardboard check. So, that'll pay my bills for the year. Right now I'm working on a tiny home. I'm building a tiny home.
Where?
At my house. It's in my yard. It's in my backyard.
What, are you going to rent it out?
I don't know. I don't know exactly what I'm going to do with it. Like, we bought it. Me and Larry bought it online. We're just like, we got it for next to nothing. So we're just going to renovate it. I mean, they're going for $50,000, $60,000. So we're going to see what we can do.
How big is it?
It's 240 square foot.
Huh.
It's about your average tiny home. This one's cool because it's tall. It's got 8-foot ceilings. It's really high. So
you're not going to leave it in your yard, though.
Oh, of course not. No.
So you put it on a trailer and take it somewhere.
Yeah. Well, it's already on trailer.
Oh, okay.
So it's on a basically a flatbed trailer frame. It's really a tiny mobile home, is what it is. But it was owned by a fire department. It was a fire training, educational training. They teach little kids what to do if you see smoke, how to get down, crawl out of your house. So it actually has a machine in it that like fills it up with smoke.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah.
You should leave that.
Yeah, maybe. That would be funny to like pull it into the campground and just fill it up with smoke and like, hey, we're ready to check in. But no, I don't know what I'm gonna do. I'm thinking about putting it in one of those like oceanfront campground resort places and setting it up there and selling it there, or keeping it there and doing like a Airbnb or something like that. Do something like that with it. I don't know. Got just ideas.
Interesting.
Not sure exactly what we're gonna do with it, and I bought some land. I don't know if I told you about the land I bought.
No.
I'm on my own now. I don't know if I told you this either. My partner fell in love. He's moved on.
Larry?
Yeah, he moved to New York. Bought a house in New York. Yep, and got a girlfriend up there.
Hopefully it's better than the last one.
I think so. This one works.
It's not the one that was painting for you, was it?
That was the girlfriend he had here.
Yeah.
But yeah, so he's kind of moving up there, and so I bought some land because I can't renovate homes by myself, and I just haven't found anybody to help me. So I bought land, and I'm gonna 11 acres. And I'm gonna split it up like we did this last one. try to sell it. Yeah, sell lots.
Where?
It's out by Green Sea area. You know where Green Sea is?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's in that area. It's right off Highway 9. So it's a good location. It's a beautiful piece of property. It's really nice. I have to show you a satellite picture of it. It's really nice. It's got water. It's got county water at the street. So it's ready to go. It'll be good. I'm excited about it.
Wow.
Because, there's such a demand. I mean, they're building, if you drive out in the country now, they're building everywhere. Like, they're building all over this county. It's crazy.
Yeah, there's not a lot of room to build in Myrtle Beach.
No. I mean, I don't know. It's like, it's kind of the Wild West out there, it seems like. They're just letting developers put 100 homes out in the middle of nowhere and just, I don't know. I don't know why anybody would want to live out there.
It's funny you mention that because in the 2000s, leading up to the financial crisis, you kind of saw the same thing. Like you would be driving in the middle of, East Frog Kick.
Yeah.
And there'd be a housing development. And you're like, who the hell is going to live here?
Right. Yeah, exactly. It's like you're 3 miles from a Dollar General. That's really your closest place to get anything. It doesn't seem like a very fun way to live. You know what I mean? I don't know. But I think Amanda told me an interesting statistic the other day. She said that 60% of the people that bought houses during the pandemic are unhappy. So,
well, I don't think that has to do with buying houses. I think it has to do with the pandemic.
No, I mean, they're unhappy with their house. Yeah, they're specifically unhappy with the house they bought. And I think what's happening is a lot of people were buying sight unseen. Like they're just looking online and saying, wow, look at this brand new house. Look at this location. It's only 20 miles from the beach and, it's great. But then when you get here, you're like, yeah, this kind of sucks. I mean, buyer's remorse. I think there's a lot of that going on here. A lot of homes are being sold sight unseen. Especially from, places that were, places up north. A lot of it had to do with COVID laws, restrictions, and stuff like that.
Well, just to bring you up to speed, interest rates went up.
Okay.
So they're almost 5% now. Mortgage rates are almost 5%. So if you hear anybody squealing about their payment, let me know. I'd be interested to hear about it.
Yeah. Well, our friend, the retired Wells Fargo guy, said that foreclosures last month were up 700%.
I heard him say that, but I didn't hear him say why.
Well, he said it was because a lot of people that were there was a moratorium on.
Oh, that's right.
You didn't
eviction moratorium.
Yeah, eviction moratorium. So he said a lot of people that owned rental property, weren't collecting rent. But that was, I think there's a lot of people that if you had a personal home, like a lot of banks were offering, forbearance. You didn't have to pay your mortgage for a little while, and they would just add it on the back end. So that kind of stuff is expiring, and and probably just a lot of people when they were getting stimulus checks and they were getting unemployment and their income was way higher than normal. A lot of people were making a lot more money during the pandemic than they were before, and now that all that's gone, and their income is way less than what it was when they bought the house, they're probably in trouble. They're probably struggling to make the payment. So that's just one of my theories. That's probably. Now,
did he say they were up 700% in the county?
No, nationwide.
That doesn't sound right.
No.
I mean, this is one of these things. You know what I do for a living.
Yeah, you have to investigate things.
I would have heard if that was the case.
Yeah, it'd be interesting to see. Well, he gets his information from his Wells Fargo connection.
Yeah.
So I'm sure it's not like they're not going to put this. If they put that anywhere, there's no way that, if that's true, if what he says is if he's not bullshit, if they put that in the paper or someone says foreclosures are up 700%, it's going to be like panic. I mean, they can't panic. They can't cause panic like that. I just don't see something like that leaking out. I mean, I'll let you know.
Yeah.
I go to the auctions every month. there's been, when I first started going to the foreclosure auctions, there were 200 a month. And now there's like 15, 16 a month, if you're lucky. So, I see that start to go up. Yeah, we'll see. That's when you'll know.
Cool. Well, I got nothing else. What do you got? You got anything?
No, I'm hungry.
You're hungry? Gee, Dave, I'm hot.
I'm glad I got to talk about my tiny house, though. You didn't know about that.
No, I didn't know about the tiny
I
house.
remember I sent you a picture of it, and you're like, what are you going to do with this? I don't know.
All right. Well, let's go get some chicken bone.
All right.
You've been listening to the Be Smart podcast with Jared Dillian. See you next time.